Okay, so most people will know me looking at this film. There's no other reason for non-walking football people to look at it really. My name's Alan Richards, I'm Secretary and Co-Treasurer of Denton Walking Football Group, and I'm also involved with the Curzon Ashton, where at this time some of our walking footballers of the Nash Amblers will currently be enjoying a game which will be coming to an end shortly, I think. So I hope you had a good game, guys. Now I'm sat here with my Striders hat on today because we have to decide the teams. Quiet folky there. We have to decide the teams to carry us into this festival, fiesta, gala, call it what you will, with Rotherham's Mature Millers, who we've invited down on May the 23rd, a Wednesday, to play a series of games against us in a good friendly spirit, and we're hoping it will be a festival atmosphere. There will be a winner. There'll be 5 teams, 2 from Rotherham, 2 from our group. We'll play each other once, 15-minute games across the 2 pitches at King Street, and a points will emerge. The 2 teams with the most points will play off in a final, if you like. But that's not really what the day is about. The day is about sportsmanship. It's about pure walking football, playing the game for its own sake, for enjoyment, with a smile on your face, hopefully. So with that in mind, we're just going to pick the teams at random, really. And we're going to show you the process in a minute, and I'm going to do that. I've got 3 pots here, a bit like the Champions draw, the World Cup draw. Probably more exciting than that, because we're all involved. Anyway, just give me a moment and I'll get it set up and I'll explain how we're going to do it. Okay, so as this is a Denton Walking Football Group event, we're going to have 3 teams. We're going to have the Striders, led by David Partington. We're going to have the Badgers, led by Stuart White. This is Brock, our Badger mascot, by the way, that my daughter very kindly made for us a couple of weeks ago. And Alan Brody came up with the name Brock, which is Old English for Badger. So we're very happy with that. And this is Brock. Hello, pleased to meet you. Right. So David Partington will lead the Striders, the Badgers will be led by Stuart White, and the Bees will be led by Gordon Nixon. We're hoping Gordon will be fit by then because he is injured at the moment. We also have the goalkeepers set in stone really for this festival. The Striders goalkeeper will be David Partington himself. The Badgers keeper will be Barry Smith, and the Bees keeper will be Steve with the Bees keeper. I've just realised. Yes, nothing to do with apiarists, but Steve Wingrove will keep goal for the Bees. My head's overheated in this hat. I'm keeping it on because I don't like the way my ears look on movies. They've got big ears. Never mind, anyway. So, what we're going to do, we've got 3 pots here. They're actually glasses, Jamie Oliver wine glasses, very nice. Get plenty of action at our house. And they've got the names of our players. Now, it's not about winning this, so we're not looking for excellence. It's a good job. And we're not looking for, you know, selecting one team that's going to sweep all, carry all before them and emerge victorious. So, in this pot, we've got all the really top players that are in our group, really excellent players and head and shoulders above everybody else. So you can see it's empty. So there's none of those anyway, so we'll go straight on. We've got 2 other pots. One with the names of primarily defensive players and one with names of players who like to attack. And most of these players in here have scored goals at King Street in the last couple of months. Some have scored 3 or 4, others more. So that's how we're going to do it. And we're going to go through each of the teams. So the first of the Striders to be selected, remember David Partington is in goal for them, is, let me take one of these out, Keith Burrows. Keith Burrows will play for Striders. He often keeps goal of course, but he's playing outfield in this tournament. And for the Badgers, the first defensive minded player we'll call out is Hadge Cooper. Hadge Cooper's a Badger. And now the Bees. Who will line up in Steve Wingrove's defence? Pick another name out. That'd be Bill Lancashire. Bill Lancashire is a B. Just write that down. Lancashire. Okay. So now another defender for Striders to join David Partington and Keith Burrows in the team. Let's have a rummage around in here. Who have we got? Steve Foster. Very accomplished player. Now Steve's also injured at the moment, so we're hoping that he'll be fit. We have got a couple of reserves lined up in case this all goes Bristol's up, or calves up, to be honest. We have a lot of calve up. We're having a lot of injuries on calves lately. We had another one yesterday at Denton Thursday, a man called John Race, a fairly new player. He really damaged his calf and was in quite a bit of pain. And Steve Foster's gone down that same route. So he's a Strider for now anyway, and he's going to line up with David Partington, Keith Burrows and himself. Just pardon me while I have a cup of tea. I'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. We're now on the next defender for the Badgers to join Barry Smith and Hadge Cooper in their team. And it's Danny Tipping. Danny Tipping plays predominantly at Ashton. He'll need to sign a signing on form for Striders, but he did put his name down very early on. So Danny Tipping will go in the Badgers team. Okay. Now then, with Steve Wingrove and Bill Lancashire in the Bees, it's Colin Fielding. Colin Fielding will join Steve and Bill as a B. Okay. So we've now got 3 players for each team. Well, actually, because Stuart White is leading the Badgers, we'll put his name down there. Should be 3 7-man squads this. So it's not quite as chaotic as it looks this. So we've now got one more defender, and he'll go in the Striders team, and it will be might leave the Bees a little bit light on defenders, but they've got an excellent goalkeeper in Steve Wingrove. Rob Lake. Rob Lake will line up with David Partington in the Striders squad. Okay, so we've now got 4 Striders, we've got 4 Badgers, and we've only got 3 Bs. So let's remedy that now. Who's going to be a B? Trevor Brereton. Trevor Brereton for the Bees, with Steve Wingrove, Colin Fielding, Bill Lancashire and Steve Wingrove. So, you know, we're getting there slowly. Got a few more names in here. I think my name's in there somewhere. I have actually scored 2 or 3 goals recently at King Street. But not to worry, if you get me, you might not. 3 teams now has 4 players, and we need to find 3 more players for each of the squads. So, for the Striders to join David Partington, Keith Burrows, Steve Foster and Rob Lake, who can we put up front? This is out of the more attacking players pot, if you like. Mike Conroy. Mike Conroy is a Strider. And for the Badgers, with Stuart White, Danny Tipping, Hadge Cooper and Barry Smith in goal, Joe Bemrose. Joe Bemrose is a Badger. Well done, Joe. Good man to have alongside. He's versatile, he can go forward with that hammer of a shot, and he can even play in defence. He did express a likeness for that last time we were at Haywood. So, for the Bees, Alan Brody. Alan Brody, Chief, will join the Bees team. Which leaves, we may have one more name than necessary here, but we may be able to accommodate everybody into this. So let's see what we've got here. Who's going to be with David Partington in the Striders? It's David Wilson, the namesake, David Wilson. And for the Badgers, with Stuart's team, with Barry, Hadge, Danny Tipping, Joe Bemrose, it's Peter Dixon. Peter Dixon joined us 3 or 4 months ago. Scores his fair share of goals, Peter. The mobile player. And for the Bs, it's myself, Alan Richards, for the Bs. So I joined Steve Wingrove, Bill Lancashire, Colin Fielding, Trevor Brereton, Alan Brodie and me in that squad. So there's 6 Bs, there's 6 Badgers and there's 6 Striders. But we need 7-man squads, don't we? So let's get the last name out of here. Go to the Striders. Peter Jarvis, seasoned campaigner. He can join the Striders squad. So that's the 3 squads selected. I need to get in touch with Christopher from Rotherham's Mature Millers to find out what he's calling his 2 teams. Maybe Millers A, Millers B. Miller Light? No, don't really. It's been done, that one, hasn't it? And we'll see how we go. But this is to be played on the 23rd of May, which is a Wednesday. We need to get there from 10:30 AM. Hopefully we'll kick the games off at 11. And after we've done the presentation of the 2 trophies, we will have a buffet, which Gordon Nixon and David Partington have gladly offered to help provide. We've got plenty of funds in our buffer fund to pay for the buffet. And let's hope it's a day to remember, special day. There's been a lot of criticism lately of competitive walking football. People have been getting injured, people have been falling out on the pitch, fights have broken out, people have been getting kicked. And that's not what we want. You know, we want an enjoyable experience. So let's hope that this format can provide that. A day that embodies the true spirit of walking football. Just older men enjoying this late life bonus and stroking a ball about and playing for fun with a smile on our faces. So let's see what happens on the day. Give it a chance. It's an experiment. It might work, it might not. But that's me signing off, Alan Richards. See you on the day, if not before. Thanks very much. Bye bye.